Hi, and welcome to another episode of How To with Melissa's Magical Creations. I'm Kathleen, and today I'm doing a small order of my specially crafted shea butter. Now, it's going to be a small order. It's for someone very near and dear to me. It is my pastor, David Brown. He's actually apostle, but my pastor, David, asked for some shea butter. So I'm making him two different scents, and I am going to also make one for his wife and co-pastor, Pastor Cheryl. So I'm going to just show you how I do mine just a little differently. So what I do is I get the shea butter together and I melt it down. And then I don't just have shea butter in my, of course, shea butters. I will add other things to help condition and heal the skin. So I'm going to just tell you how I do that. So I have these jars. I got them off of Amazon because I do shea butters and hair oils and bath salts and things like that in different herbal blends. I even do a herbal smoke for people who don't really want to smoke cigarettes anymore because of the tobacco. They don't want to vape. Instead, they will smoke natural herbs. So that'll be a whole nother video. But I have these. These are 8-ounce jars. Now I have 3 that I am going to create for them. So all 3, never been used, absolutely never been used. They're plastic. They're a nice grade. The number here is 3001-5, but they're really good. They're really sturdy. And then, of course, I have the lids to go with them. So I'm going to just do this really quickly. I have my shea butter just sitting here. It's pretty hot because what I do is I melt it down. All 100% organic shea butter. I melt it down and then I add different oils. Now, I have organic flax. All of this is cooking grade. So it's totally healthy for you. I wouldn't suggest eating the shea butter because of the taste, but if you don't mind the taste, then go ahead. But flax, I'm going to add that to this. I am not really a measurer, as you probably all know, and I just add. But if I were to guesstimate, I would say about 2 tablespoons per 8-ounce jar. Then that way, everything is going to be the same. It'll help with the healing, conditioning of your skin. And then I have EVOO. Awesome. So with EVOO, I'm not going to use as much as 2 tablespoons. I usually only use a tablespoon of that for if I'm doing a small order like I'm doing right here. I'll just pour it in. It helps condition the skin. It's a natural antibiotic. So if you have any like rashes or anything like that, it'll help soothe it. And it'll also help heal it. Now, avocado oil. Avocado oil is just great. Like, the avocado fruit itself is great for you. The oil is great for you. So, it's a no-brainer. For this, I am only going to do a teaspoon because you really don't need a lot of avocado oil with the shea butter. You don't want to have too much. All right. Now, we're going to do scents, but I'm not going to add the scent until later. What I am going to do is I am going to add a tea tree oil. This is pure tea tree oil. Nothing has been added to it. But I am going to add just a few drops into my measuring cup. Just a few drops. I don't want it to be overpowering because, you know, too much, it will tend to burn. Whenever you use tea tree oil, it's always good to have it in a carrier oil. So because I'm using the shea butter and then the flaxseed oil and the extra virgin olive oil and the avocado oil, those would be my carriers. That keeps the oil from actually being too concentrated on your skin. So I'm going to stir this up very well. Then I'm going to pour it slowly into my containers. I might, so I'm thinking I have too much for just the 3. But if I do, I'll just have my son, my 13-year-old, he'll be 14, my 13-year-old go and get me a couple more jars. And I'm thinking I'm going to have him do that. Dalen, can you go do that? Give me a couple more of these jars and a couple more lids too, please. And I have my 21-year-old standing here because he's jealous because he thought my 13-year-old was on the camera and he wasn't. Okay, goodbye. Pouring this in very slowly. Like I said, you don't want to make a mess at all. And of course, my dogs are stupid and they want to be put into timeout because they are vying for my attention that they're not going to get. All right. Slowly pouring. Slowly pouring. And then because it's going to be 3 different scents, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the scent to the individual jars. Just a little so that it's not overpowering, but enough for that you'll have the scent every time you open up the jar. And then also you'll be able to smell it on your skin because that, of course, is what your main aim is. And actually, I don't need any more. I will need more shea butter because I did not get enough. Hey, Kyle, can you please do me I don't need any more, sweetie. I'm sorry. Can you please do me a favor and get the big tub of shea butter for me and use this spoon and get about 2 heaping spoons, not huge ones, and melt it down for me, please. That way I can finish this last one. So it's still so hot that I don't have to worry about it solidifying yet. It takes, in all honesty, about 12 hours for it to solidify. But it'll be worth it. Whenever you're making shea, whipped shea butter or just plain shea butter, it's good to have enough time, and it's better to make big batches, but it's good to have enough time so that you have at least 12 hours. If you start making it and then you get to where you can make it for other people, have at least 12 hours in between making it, it's solidifying, and you actually giving it to your customer. So I'm going to start. My pastor said that he wanted Macintosh apple and brown sugar sweet. So here's the Macintosh apple. I'm just going to put a few drops. Okay, that should be enough. I'm going to stir it just to see. I want it all to stir. I want that scent all through this because remember, I have 4 different oils in here. So I want to make sure it's going to permeate. Let's see. Yes, that should be. Well, one more just for good measure. Just a little more, I'm not worried about it. I can always put it in a little container. Can't smell it. So I'm going to add more scent to it. Now, with shea butter has a scent in and of its own, and it's a heavy scent. It's not a strong scent, but it's a heavy scent. So there's always that underlying scent there. That's too much. But go ahead. Thank you. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So thank you. So I'm putting the more apple in this jar because I want to make sure that he smells it. When it does solidify, I want it to be a nice, consistent, apple-y smell. All right. I'm going to have to get some more. I used to get my oils, my essential oils. These are pure essential oils. I used to get them from Packetans, and then they closed Packetans. And then I didn't know they were going to close Packetans until they were closed, and they had already had this big, huge sale. It was an oil sale, and of course I missed out because I didn't know, and I was so upset with myself. So now I have to find another supplier. And of course, I have to make sure the, I guess, quality is what I like for my customers. Very faint, but once it solidifies, you'll smell the shea butter. So I want to make sure. I'm going to stir this while I'm letting it drip. I'm letting it drip slowly because I don't want too much. I just want just enough. I want it evenly incorporated. Okay, so, oh wow, I'm thinking that's all I got. Which is fine, because if I don't have another one, then I'll just have to find another. Might have to look on this actual website for this brand, because they're awesome. That's nice. Very faint. So just stir it a little bit more. And actually, I'm going to have my 13-year-old do this. Stir this slowly, clockwise, like the hand of a clock. You're going to slowly stir it just like this around the edges for about 30 stirs. And then go in slowly and stir. Count 30. It's a little bump there, and that's just the construction of the jar. And then you'll go in the middle and then go out. And in that way, it'll be evenly incorporated. I don't want any spots where there's only the smell of shea butter and not the apple. Now, this one, while my 13-year-old is doing that, this one will have the brown sugar sweet. Now, if you watch my other video, I used these two scents to create the self-love and the peace and healing and family ties and family healing candles. So these are really nice scents. Now the brown sugar is very strong, so I probably don't have to use as much as I did with the apple. The apple was like really faint. Because I know those candles that I made, they're sitting right now on my altar because, you know, when I make certain things, especially if it's for my house, I have it sitting on my altar in the bedroom just so that it will have that positive energy and positive vibes. Just set it right there, sweetie. Thank you. So I have to let the shea butter that was just melted cool down just a little bit before I pour it. I don't want it to not allow the flax and olive oil and avocado oil evenly incorporate. I don't want any separation. But let's see. Oh, this is wonderful. And I didn't have to use half as much as the brown sugar to get the same kind of consistent scent as I did with the Macintosh apple. So I'm just going to stir this up a little bit more. Then I'll get on to the other jar, and that one is going to be for Pastor Cheryl. And that way they will have shea butter. Hopefully she will be surprised because she doesn't know I'm doing it. And hopefully she will enjoy the scent that I chose for her myself. It is one of my faves. It is jasmine. So I'm going to put that in hers. I love that scent. It's a soft, I'm not really into flowers, but it's a very soft flower. It's very small, white flowers. And the greenery is beautiful. I have a huge jasmine plant in my home. But the scent is as soft as the flower. So I'm going to stir this a little bit more. Oh, it's lovely. Okay. And just make sure when you're doing this, you can actually watch and see if all of the oils have been incorporated. Like you'll see like little droplets in there. If you see those, it still needs to be mixed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my 13-year-old do that while I work on the one for Pastor Cheryl. Here, give me the one you're working on, and I will check it out and then put a lid on it, probably. Oh, it's nice. This is nice. The apple is really nice. So I'm going to just get this off. If you want to speed up the solidifying of the shea butter, all you really and truly have to do if you want to cheat is put it in your refrigerator. Honestly. When I made some deodorant, that'll be another video, that's what I did. That's what I used. I used the refrigerator. I made some butt cream. Yes, I said it. I did. And I made some because of a coworker of mine. She's also a friend. Don't tell her because I'll deny it. Her name is Cecilia. And she was just wanting some butt cream. She thought she had a flat butt. But, oh, that's funny. However, we told her she was fine like she was. She just, I guess, wanted a bigger butt. So I actually, did some research, see what kind of herbs would plump, what kind of herbs would enhance growth of your actual skin tissue. I will do that in another video too. But I used that and I put it in the refrigerator so that it would solidify for her. But this is what it looks like. This one is the Macintosh apple. I'm going to let that sit so it'll solidify. Give it to him tomorrow. Might have my kids. Is that clockwise or counterclockwise? You got to pay attention, sweetie. All right. So, got to put that tea tree oil in this new batch only because I want to make sure she has the and that's hot. She has the antibacterial properties in it, like the super. Tea tree oil is like a healer for just about anything topical. So I want to make sure that she has it in hers. Enough. So just a couple drops because it's just a couple. There. Don't want it to be too much and burn her skin. So there. All right. And there. Stir that up a tad. to get that in there. All right. Stir it up some more, sweetie. Very slowly. See, I have this, just not even half. So I'm going to pour what I can in there, and I might need a container, but I'll see in a minute. Yep, I'm going to need a container. It's just a little one, a little bit. So I probably will need those little itty bitty round containers that are on there. They have the white little lids. Yeah, those. That way I can put a couple in there, and they can be little things you could take with you. Little travel shea butters, I guess, if you will. That way you just put some on. If you don't have any lotion on you, grab a little shea butter, put it on. Rub it in your hands, rub it on your face, depending on where you live. Rub it on your arms or elbows or whatever. But I have the oil, and I'm going to now stir it. So I can stir the fresh that was just melted and stir that into what I already poured with the olive oil, avocado oil, and flaxseed oil. Also, this is just as, in all honesty, this is just as good as the whipped. Actually, I think it's a little better because it's heavier, so you can have it for a longer time, use it a lot longer, and you don't have to worry about it, I guess, losing its consistency. When you whip shea butter, it's wonderful. It's a light, fluffy feel, but you don't have as much as you would if you just did, melted it down and then poured it in a container, or melted it down and did what you needed to do with it and then poured it into a container. So it's like whipped cream versus ice cream. Ice cream is denser, well, more dense than whipped cream. But, okay, I got those oils incorporated. Now I'm going to add my jasmine oil. And then get this going. I want this to be a nice soft scent for her so that she can use it whenever she wants. She ever runs out of her favorite lotion or what have you, she'll have this, and she'll be able to use this, and she can have it for a while. It's a very, very soft floral scent, like just so beautiful. And then jasmine are so wonderful. When the wind blows, you have a very soft scent in the air. I have, in the springtime, after the last frost, I take my jasmine outside and put her on the porch. And I have her by one window that's on my porch that always stays open. So if the wind blows, there's a soft scent blowing in my house. If I'm sitting on the porch, I always smell it. So let's see, I smell it, but I think I want a little heavier scent, just a little bit. So it's not overpowering, but I love it. Okay. All right, that should be enough. Oh, I smell it now. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is it. This is a winner. Oh, it's beautiful. So I'm going to let this sit. With the other one, I'm going to take the one that my 13-year-old is stirring, put the lid on that. That way those three can sit. They'll be ready for them tomorrow when I give them to them. So, oh, the scent is so nice. I might put a little more. I just love this. I love the smell of jasmine. I hope she likes the smell of jasmine. But it's not heavy, so even if she wanted to add her own perfume, like if she wanted to put some perfume on or anything like that, it's not a heavy or overpowering scent, so it'll still blend nicely. You can even cover it up if you put your own cologne on or perfume or what have you, or your own oils. Oh my goodness. It's so nice. I will, let's see, get that from him, put the lid on, and then I will put a little more jasmine in here. Okay. I promise this time that's it. So, all right. Oh, man. It's just as as the oil cools, the shea butter cools, and as it solidifies, the scent dissipates. So you want to make sure that you have a scent to it. You want to be able to smell it. Oh, and that's nice. Here. And, as you're doing this, remember, you stir clockwise. You want to bring positivity to you. Counterclockwise, in and of itself, the word means against. So you want to do it with, so that you have, sorry about that. My 10-year-old just walked in. So that you have the ability to draw the positivity to you. So now I'm going to take this out and put the lid on this one. And I got a lot of cleaning up to do. All right. You're not even stirring it. Oh, okay. I was going to say something. All right. Come here since you created all that ruckus, little boy. And this is my 10-year-old. Yeah, crazy. Okay, goodbye. It looks nice. All right, so I've got all of those going. I just need them to solidify. I'm going to get the jasmine shea butter in a second so that I am able to let that solidify. It'll be ready tomorrow. I'll be able to give it to them, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. But I do want to thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. Again, very easy things. I got a big tub. It's about 25 pounds of pure organic shea butter. Got that from Amazon. The avocado oil, I got it from Walmart. The extra virgin olive oil, when I'm making things like this, I got this from Save-A-Lot. And then the flax seed oil, I got it from Walmart. Things like this in those sizes, because I don't use a lot of them, I get them from Walmart, Save-A-Lot. Dollar Tree is awesome. Like, oh my goodness, I get so many things from Dollar Tree. But when I'm making small batches of things, when I'm making a large batch, or if I'm making soaps or things like that, like the cold pour soaps, I have to get it in bulk. I probably go to Sam's Club. We have Sam's Club here. We don't have Costco's, but I'll get things from Sam's Club. I'll order things from Amazon to put things together. But very inexpensive. The shea butter lasts a long time, and I'm not even halfway through it, and I've had it for almost a year, and I make so much with it because I add them to the soaps. I add it to different, things. So you can really save a lot. If you do it for yourself, you can save a lot of money. If you're doing it for yourself. If you start doing it and you start to make a business from it, then you'll see that come back. You'll see what you have put out. That would be your revenue. That would be your overhead. I'm sorry, that would be your overhead. You'll see what you've put out in overhead come back to you as revenue, and that would be your profit. But it's very easy to do. Just stick with me. Don't forget to watch, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. So every single time I have a new video come out, you'll be the first to know. Also, when I get 100 subscribers, then I'll be giving out gifts from Melissa's Magical Creations. Every time I hit 100 new subscribers, someone gets a new gift. My 13-year-old came up with an idea of the first contest, so I think it's a great idea, actually. So hopefully we'll get to 100 subscribers soon, so we can do that. I can send out everything will be free for whoever it is that wins every single time I hit 100 new subscribers. So tell your friends, tell your family, be happy, be blessed. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Be the best you can be. Smile. And even if you're upset, smile, because then the world wonders what you're about to do. So you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great evening, and I'll see you next time.